This is Dakota News Now, your first alert station.
Good evening. Thank you for being with us. I'm Cordell Wright. A recent report from the Washington Post highlighted the disparity between the number of Native American deaths at boarding schools and the number of deaths reported by the U.S. government. Parker Brown looked into what this means and where we go from here. It's our top story tonight.
To even call them schools is being too kind. They were anything but schools, given what the children had to endure.
The U.S. government took Native American children from their homes for around 150 years. The abuse and neglect at these schools has a history that has never been fully told by the U.S. Former professor and current senior editor for the Living Justice Press, Edward Villandra, described the schools as nothing but crime scenes.
They died for health reasons, malnutrition, overwork, psychological trauma. We ought to call those for what they are. Those are actual crimes.
In October, President Biden apologized for the atrocities committed against children and their families at these boarding schools.
After 150 years, the United States government eventually stopped the program. But the federal government has never formally apologized for what happened. Until today, I formally apologize.
Before Biden's apology, a federal report was released showing that they accounted for nearly 1,000 Native American deaths on government watch. The recent Washington Post report uncovered 3 times that number, including 20 at the Pipestone Indian School. Villandra says the disparity was not a shock.
I did have some very strong doubts about having the perpetrator investigate their own crime. So when the disparity came out, we should never even be surprised by that at all.
The question becomes, where do we go from here? The apology was a start. Villandra says, from the framework of restorative justice, listening to the stories of those who experienced the boarding schools and taking action like helping to bring ancestors' remains home are the next steps.
It's the perpetrators who are responsible for the repair of those harms committed.